Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Prabhu Ji Namaste.
Yatre dhyante kathamrishta
ante
Krishnaya
kathamishta
prashamo yataha
Naya prasamo yataha
Nirvairam yatra bhuteshu
Nirviram yatra
No
bhutesu
dvego yatra kashana
Nodvego yatra kashana
Yatre dhyante kathamrishta
Yatre ante kathamishta
Krishnaya prashamo yataha
Krishnaya prasamo yataha
Nirvairam yatra bhuteshu
Nirviram yatra bhutesu
Nodvego yatra kashana
Nodvego yatra kashana
Yatre dhyante kathamrishta
Yatrayante kathamrishta
Krishnaya prashamo yataha
Krishnaya
Nirvairam
prasamo
yatra bhuteshu
Nirviram yatra bhutesu
Nodvego yatra kashana
Nodvego yatra kashana
Yatre dhyante kathamrishta
Yatrayante kathamrishta
Ayaha prashamo yataha
Krishnaya yataha
Nirvairam yatra bhuteshu
Nirviram yatra bhutesu
Vego yatra kashana
Nodvego yatra kashana
Yatra, where, Idyante, are worshipped or discussed. Kataha, words. Mishtaha, pure. Trishnayaha, or material hankering. Prashamaha, satisfaction. Yataha, by which. Nirvairam, non-enviousness. Yatra, where. Bhuteshu, among living entity. Na, not. Udvegaha, fear. Yatra, where. Kashana, any. Whenever pure topics of the transcendental world are discussed, the member of the audience forget all kind of material hankerings, at least for the time being. Not only that, but they are no longer envious of one another, nor do they suffer from anxiety or fear. Whenever pure topics of the transcendental world
of
The
the
transcendental
transcendental
are
world
discussed,
or
are
discussed.
the
discussed,
members of the audience
The members
the
of the
members
audience
of the
forget
audience
forget
all
forget
kinds of material hankering,
all kinds
all
of
kinds of
forget
material
all
at least
kinds
hankering,
for the
of
time being.
at least for the
material
time being.
hankering.
Not only that,
Not only that,
they are no longer envious
but they are no longer envious
one another,
of one
Of
another,
nor do they
one
suffer
another, nor do
from
they
anxiety
omit
nor do they
or
suffer from
fear.
suffer
anxiety or
from
fear.
that
Yeah.
fear. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Vaikuntha means without anxiety, and the material world means full of anxiety. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Sada samudvigna dhiyam asatgrahat. The living entities who have accepted this material world as a residence are full of anxiety. A place immediately becomes Vaikuntha whenever the holy topics of the personality of Godhead are discussed by pure devotees. This is the process of Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, chanting and hearing about the Supreme Lord Vishnu. As the Supreme Lord himself confirmed, Naham Tishtami Vaikunthe Yoginam Hridayeshu va Tatra 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 Tishtami Narada Yatra Gayanti Madbhaktaha. My dear Narada, actually, I do not reside in my abode Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the hearts of the yogis, but I reside in that place where my pure devotees chant my holy name and discuss my form, pastimes, and qualities. Because of the presence of the Lord in the form of transcendental vibration, the Vaikuntha atmosphere is evoked. This atmosphere is without fear and anxiety. One living entity does not fear another. By hearing the holy names and the glories of the Lord, a person executes pious activities. Shinvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Hridayantasto Abhadrani Rudunoti Srutha Satham. Prabhuji? Yes. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.17. Thus, his material anchorings immediately stop. This Sankirtana movement started by the society. This Sankirtana movement, started by the Society for Krishna Consciousness, is meant for creating Vaikuntha, the transcendental world that is without anxiety even in this material world. The method is the propagation of Shravanam Kirtanam process throughout the world. In the material world, everyone is envious. In the material world, everyone is envious of his fellow man. Animalistic envy exists in human society as long as there is no performance of Sankirtana Yagna, the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Pratetas therefore decided to remain always in the society of devotees, and they considered that to be the highest benediction possible in human life. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shingurubhe Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Yatre Dyante Katamrishta,
यत्रेद्यन्ते कथामृष्टान्
Krishnayaha Prashamo Yataha,
कृष्णायः प्रशमो यतः
Nirvairam Yatra Bhuteshu,
निर्वैरं यत्र भूतेषु
Nodvego Yatra Kashana.
नोद्वेगो यत्र कश्चन
Our topics of the transcendental world are discussed. The members of the audience forget all kinds of material hankering, at least for the time being. Not only that, but they are no longer envious of one another, nor do they suffer from anxiety or fear. Hare Krishna, everybody.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
हरे
जी दंड
कृष्णा
प्रणाम
प्रभु जी।
प्रभु जी वीडियो
हरे
नहीं है
कृष्ण
कुछ
प्रभु
नहीं
जी।
प्रणाम प्रभु जी। कृष्णा प्रभु जी दंड प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण।
Chala, now let us meditate today. This is why is it that we get interested to hear Gramakatha? One of the problems is that we take sides. Just like at this moment there is war between Iran and America. Prabhupada talks that in the Bhagavatam. He's writing a purport in the first canto of Bhagavatam. He said actually we have no interest in political affairs. We have no interest. But I can see this situation today. India and China have started fighting. That is the time the war started. Previously, these two countries used to live very peacefully together. But today, as the influence of Kali Yuga means quarrel and hypocrisy, there are fights in this world. And we take sides. Therefore, we are interested who is winning or who is losing. Say, there are dogs of Mangalore and there are dogs of, say, another area, another Hassan. They are fighting with each other. Now, why are you interested to hear that? You say, the dogs are fighting, okay? But why you are every moment want a running commentary of that? Because you have taken side. Okay? So we can avoid hearing when you don't take side. Why? That one side of dogs are one set of rascals, other side of dogs are another set of rascals. Why are you interested? Who wins or who loses? How does it matter? See, if it is Mahabharata war, Mahabharata book has been written. That war is supposed to be studied by everybody. 18-day war, there is a detailed discussion. Ramayana, there is a detailed discussion, Lord Rama fighting Ravana. There are so many more war stories in the Bhagavatam. Okay? And we are excited to read those stories. There are so many wars in the Bhagavatam. Okay, isn't it? We see the Bhagavatam even begins with that. Arjuna is chasing Ashwatthama. It begins with that. After the introduction and various chapters in the Bhagavatam, it begins with the war only. Okay? And we are supposed to hear that. But we are not supposed to hear the wars of the world today. Just like we discussed a few days ago, when the world was in the war was going on, World War I, Srila Prabhupada wrote to the British government, can you give me some paper to publish my own newspaper? That is only Krishna consciousness. Nothing to do with wars. Because we take sides. If it is Krishna, take Krishna's side. Why? Krishna doesn't lose. So you're always really happy. Correct? We see Krishna is playing. Why don't you? Nowadays people are very interested. Now India is having a cricket match with another country. You become very interested. We are watching live telecast. So why not use this here? Krishna's playing with his friend, because Krishna never loses. Even if he loses war or this thing, it is his pastime, which is still fun. If Mother Yashoda is able to bind Krishna, that's also fun. If Krishna runs over the battlefield, that is also fun. Isn't it? So you are guaranteed nectar. But when we take sides in the metal world, in any kind of sporting event or actually a gross war, it is one set of rascals fighting with another set of rascals. Political. We think this party is good, another party is bad. Again you take sides. Again you start hearing. then you get lost. So, which is so many angles, social. Now, say India hates Pakistan. India actually is doing some preaching in Pakistan. And if you say, I hate Pakistanis, the way general mass of people feel, how will you preach in Pakistan then, when you go there? Therefore, Prabhupada said this duplicitous behavior doesn't run. In India, many organizations, they say these Westerners and that, blah, blah, blah. And they go to that country, they say sisters and brothers. And when India they hate that country. Correct? They do that. You cannot be hypocritical, no? Then how it will work? Today the social media, the message will go. Do you think the person who is a starter, who is identifies with the country, will he hear you after he has heard you saying the country is bad? Then how can he preach in that country? And Prabhupada, in India itself, there's one religion is good, one is not bad. Then how do you preach? Prabhupada said it's very easy. They are actually our own men. If you can preach, you can preach. You know. So the whole system of te dvanda moha nirmuktam bhajante mama dhridavrata. Te dvanda moha nirmuktam. Our mind has to be free from dvanda. Bhajante mama dhridavrataha. Then mind can peacefully hear Krishna consciousness. We know because of the dvanda, Dhritarashtra could not hear Bhagavad Gita. His mind was not peaceful. How can he hear? Shri Radha Govinda ki. How can he hear? Because there is dvanda. He is thinking, my sons are good and the Pandavas are not good, or my sons should win and I hate the Pandava, they should not win. He knew they are virtuous, but still his mind was polarized. So in this condition, it becomes very difficult to hear. Dhritarashtra could not hear only. And there is no mention of other people also hearing Bhagavad Gita because their minds are polarized. Duryodhana, we don't know, he heard, it's not mentioned. Even if he hears, it's of no use. Dhritarashtra didn't understand one word, you think Duryodhana would understand another word? He cannot understand. He looked from political angle only. One line he said like that. Sometimes the atmosphere is very politically charged. It is better to remain silent because they take other meaning. You mean to say that, you mean to say that, they get angry to beat you. Better don't speak anything to such people. So, te dvanda mo nirmuktam bhajante mam dhridavrata is very important. Yesham, for that, what do you need? Antagatam papam. Your life should be pure. If the life is full of sins, then how can you say you don't have friends or enemies? It's not possible. See, it's like this. When my life is sinful, antagatam papam, then the vapor is there. Suppose water is there, that means vapor is also there. And when the sinful activities are part of my life, then sinful desires are also there. No, they cannot be that I don't have sinful desires and I just do sinful activities. No, if activities mean desires will be there. Correct? I was just analyzing. We see in the devotee, the biggest problem becomes they try to micromanage. One of the weakness of an individual is why it is micromanage. You have to introspectively study why the tendency is there, because the desire to control. Why this tendency should exist? It should not exist. Who likes it? Everybody feels suffocated in that. Te dvanda moha nirmuktam bhajante mam dhridavrata. So, yesham tu antagatam. Why jananam? Because life after life. Why not? It doesn't say one life. Generally, this is a general process. Why does it say? Why does it say not this life, many, many lives? Because the vapor also will clean off. No. Suppose you have washed the floor in the temple with water. So it is slippery, water is there. Water vapor is also there. Now there is no water, but water vapor will exist. It will take some time for vapor also to go. It will take some time. So similarly, it is we switch off the fan, so the sinful activity has stopped. But still the fan is moving, no. That vapor is still there. It takes time. It takes time. And when the heart becomes purified, it becomes like a crystal lake. And it's like a dry wood. So when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, and if there are still sinful desires in the heart, the mind is still disturbed. But chanting has started. Purification, just like a wet wood. It's not that if I am not pure, don't chant, but what the chanting will do? It will now purify. Prabhupada therefore quote the shloka. Shanavatam Sukata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanaha Ardhyanta Suryavadrani Budhunoti Surhasatam. Purification has started. And then Evam Prasanna Manasaha, when mind becomes calm and joyfully situated, Evam Prasanna Manasaha Bhagavad Bhakti Yogataha. Now Bhagavad Bhakti will appear within the heart. Evam Prasanna Manasaha Bhagavad Bhakti Yogataha. Then Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangha. Bhagavad Tattva will now be understandable. Okay? So it's very important for us to keep merged in this. So therefore, the sadhana is there. Now many of us are hearing Bhagavatam. Actually, we are doing like a sadhana. I'm speaking as a sadhana, you are hearing like a sadhana. It's not easy. But it is said that we should gradually come to the platform where the very narration creates Vaikuntha. Otherwise, why is it? In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, Krishna, it's a nectar. Anybody locate the shloka? I am so nectar, Krishna. At the end, he says, Nashta Moha. Who knows the shloka, Nashta Moha?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nashto moha smrtir labdva tat prasadan maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishe vachanam tava.
Okay, he says. Now, previous to that, he says, it's nectar. Krishna, every word you're speaking is nectar. Anybody can locate that shloka? Arjuna says, keep speaking, Krishna. Keep speaking. Every word is a nectar. Please be careful. Similarly, we have in Bhagavatam also. Bhagavatam also, many a times it is said, it's nectar, every word. Parikshit Maharaj says to Shukadeva Goswami, Suta Goswami speak to Shukadeva Goswami, it's nectar. No. Sajin Namirsharian say to Suta Goswami, it's nectar. I just want to hear this nectar. Anybody remembers the shloka? Nobody? Okay, one easy shloka is there. By the time you do research, Nayat Vachas Chidra Padam Harer Yasho. Yes, what is the shloka? Jagat Pavitram Pranahita Karheche. Yes. Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, BG 10.18 about the nectar.
Speak the shloka, chant the shloka.
Yes, Prabhuji. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuyaha kataya triptirhi shrivat shrinvanto nasti me amritam.
Yes, what is the shloka? What is the meaning? Translation?
Translation. O Janardana, again please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, everybody can see. Yes, anybody, one more person would like to chant this beautiful shloka?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuhya kathaya truptirhi shrinvato nasti me amrutam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, read the translation.
O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never saturated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
This is the condition. We are also hearing. And Arjuna is also hearing. You look at the difference. Dhritarashtra is also hearing. We are not in the condition of Dhritarashtra for us, but it's a purification. Anna? For us, it is aushadhi. Aushadhi. Aushadhi, it becomes when you are regularly hearing. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloka Bhakti Bhavati. When you are doing regular hearing. But even the condition is not even that. Once in a while, sometime. Oh, it's just like there are some category of. I said there are 4 kind of people. Prabhupada says right in the beginning of the Krishna book. He says that very interesting thing in the beginning of Krishna book. He quotes this beautiful verse. He says, Nivrata tarshai upigiya mana bhavaushadi shot mano abhirama kautama shloka gunanumanan avinar ragne pashukna. Can you all see the shloka? Very famous shloka. Anybody can sing this shloka beautifully?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nivrittata shairupagiyamana bhavaushadashotra mano viramat kauttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajeta vina pashugnat.
Beautiful. So in this, if you take the one kind of meaning which I pull out, there are 4 kind of people in this shloka. Okay? Note this shloka and try to remember it. One kind of people, Trishna is not there. For them, every word is a nectar. Second kind of people is that they have Trishna. And the thirst for sense enjoyment is there. For them, it is bhavaushadi. It's a medicine for them. The third kind of people are there, just like who come for the festival sometime, they come, oh, it's very nice, very nice. Then mano virama. It's good. Okay? They like it, they appreciate it. Just like we go to so many people who say that we are building a temple. Oh, how wonderful you are doing that. Can I give some donation? They are in the third category. Okay? Mano virama. They like it. They come to the festivals, it's wonderful. Yeah, what you are doing is wonderful. But they are not serious enough to do sadhana, many of them. You say daily you chant for 10 minutes, they cannot do that. But they are positively inclined. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, it says, Sukritano Arjuna. 4 kind of people are positively, they are positively inclined. They are not negative. They are not Dushkriti, they are Sukriti. And then there are Dushkriti variety. Kautoshmoka gunanumanat puram virajyate vina pashugnada. Pashugna, a killer of the self. And how do you kill the self? How do you kill the self? By breaking the regulator principles, by killing animals, you're killing yourself. Such person, he becomes irritated. What is all this chanting of Hare Krishna going on? Anna? He becomes irritated. So this is the condition actually of the people. Nivrata tarshay upagiyamana bhavau shada shauta mano virama kautama shloka gunanuvadat uman virajyet vinah pashubhinat. This is a very important shloka which shows that if the heart becomes purified, we come to the condition to be able to see the nectar. Okay? So it is not one way. Say, a teacher may be throwing nectar, like Mohini Murthy is giving nectar, but then who gets the nectar? The Devatas could get the nectar. Not everybody can get the nectar. Okay, we cannot. So it depends on our mentality also. So if we are in a condition of Pashugna, how can he impress, like Dhritarashtra is hearing Bhagavad Gita, nothing is happening to him. He is not understanding. Unless later Vidura used strong words and awakened him later, he is not understanding his foolishness. Because why? He has become in the lower categories he has gone, whichever you want to put. But Arjuna, when he hearing Bhagavad Gita, it's nectar. Now similarly, we have in Bhagavatam many places where the nectar is discussed. Okay? So Bhagavad Gita nectar we have taken out. Now Bhagavatam, tell me where it is. Keep speaking its nectar. One was right in the beginning of the Bhagavatam. Nayat Mataschitar Padam Harer Yasho. Yeah, anybody locate that shloka? Yes.
1:5:10.
Point 5.10.
Yes, anybody? Yeah. Who would like to sing this verse?
Mami Prabhuji. नायद्वचश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशो जगत्पवित्रं प्रगृणीत कर्हिचित् तद्वायसं तीर्थमुशन्ति मानसा नायत्र निर्मन्त्युशिक्षयः. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Beautiful. What does it mean? Nai advataschid adam harer yasho. Those words which are the glorification of the lotus feet of the Lord, harer yasho, jagat pavitram prani. These words, similar, they purify the whole world. Okay? In the Bhagavatam also, in the second canto, Shukadeva Goswami says, Varyam eshate prashnaha. Yes, what is the shloka? Varyam eshate prashnaha.
वर्यानेशते प्रश्न कृतोरकहितं रूप आत्मैत सम्मत पुंस श्रोतव्यस्वेह परः.
Beautiful. Okay. What a beautiful question you have asked. What a beautiful question. Parikshit Maharaj says, what should I do? What is my duty at the time of death? Should I think about Krishna or do something else? So Shukra Muni says, Varya. What a question you ask. How glorious this question is. Varyam, just like Sanatan Goswami asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who am I? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't say that, but he was very affectionately speaking, same thing. Varyam, what a question it is. Krita Loka Hirtam Nipa. This is so auspicious for the whole world, for everybody who asks a question, who is speaking, other people are hearing. So beautiful. Atavat Sammata Pumsa Shota Vyadini Yahapara. And then he says, Shota Vyadini Rajendra Ninam Santim Sahasa Shaha. But ordinary people have thousands of subjects matter of hearing. Shota Vyadini Rajendram Santim Sahasa Shaha. Apashyatam Atma Tattvam. The time is flying. They don't know what they should hear. Apashyatam Griheshu Grihamedina. They're lost into their worldly life. They do not see the passing of time. And they are hearing so many subject matter. So we know this philosophy, but why? See, one thing is there, unless taste is there, we cannot hear. Suppose I give you a Bhagavad Gita and you have 1 hour free with you, you'll not read Gita. Because just like in a college, what happens? You have a subject book, we don't read because there is no taste. You feel bored. Okay? We keep the book in front of the mind is moving all around the world. So it is very important to develop taste for hearing. In fact, that is a sign of spiritual advancement, not simply some years. What is the shloka? We say the sign of spiritual advancement is the taste. Shramevi kevalam. Otherwise, it's just a time, waste of time. Yes, what is the shloka?
धर्मस्य विचक्षेण कथस्य न उत्पद्यते यदिरतिं श्रमेव हि केवलम्.
Beautiful. Anybody else know the shloka? Dharma sunishtrata pumsa.
Yes, Prabhuji. Dharmaha swanishtha pumsaha vishwaksena katha suyaha notpadiye yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam.
Beautiful. The Shramevi Kevalam. So, if the taste for hearing is not there, then if you're sitting with the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, you'll not read. Immediately close the book, you'll see what is happening in social medias, what is happening in the world news, and that will not end. It will be night 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It will not end. So another reason is to identify. We know what is that. Why is it that the person doesn't spend time in Krishna consciousness and he takes time in material affairs? Why? The reason is he doesn't have taste for spiritual things. And the sign of spiritual advancement means that taste is increasing. You can read for hours with pleasure. That is a sign of spiritual advancement. So we can know that. So this is, see, it is not for telling the word. Tell yourself, not just correct the course. Am I developing the taste? Oh, I am compiling years, now I am so many years, I am so many years. Don't waste. What is the use of that? Have you developed the taste for hearing? And taste for hearing means already Rajoguna, Tamoguna has been washed away. Correct? In Rajoguna, Tamoguna, taste of hearing will not arise. Taste of hearing will arise after Sattva-guna. You are in Krishna consciousness, then there is a taste for hearing. Fructification of one part of the tree means all the trees fructify. Okay? Just like rice, one part of rice you take, it is cooked means whole rice is cooked. So somebody has developed the taste for hearing about Krishna consciousness, all auspiciousness becoming part of it. Everything will become now very, very of Shubhada. Everything, Klesha, Agni, no anxieties will have. So somebody is actually in touch with Vaikuntha means he should be free from anxiety. Because in Vaikuntha word there is no anxiety. It's very important. We are hearing the Vaikuntha word, one of the first symptoms of the Vaikuntha word is there is no anxiety in the Vaikuntha word. As we discussed in the Vaikuntha word, there is not even a slightest of dispute even in the thought. There is not even the slightest of, politics. There is nothing in the spiritual world like that. There is the slightest of disharmony doesn't exist in the spiritual world. That is the spiritual world. Material world means everybody is self-interested, everybody is selfish. Okay? But no, the spiritual world, there is not even the slightest of discrepancy. And that is the spiritual word we should think of. Nayat pachasyatr pader harayasho jagat praritam pranihita garajir. Okay? So we want this. But why we are not all day reading? Now we hear Bhagavatam. Everybody has time. Don't say time is not there. Everybody has time. The problem is he wastes time. Just like normal thumb rule today, it is said, everybody spends 6 hours on the mobile, average, out of 24 hours. Correct? That is the average now. Okay. Even when you are in a classroom, if you give mobile in between, half an hour you spend on mobile. So why? So let us look various reasons. Number one, he doesn't have a taste. Only spiritually advanced person has developed taste, number one. Number two, we saw the reasons is that he has, like Prahlad Maharaj says, Sada Samukhdvina Dhyama Sadgraha. He has a lot of anxiety of material existence. His mind is covered by the anxiety. Actually, there is no anxiety because this is also the spiritual world. There is only one word, spiritual world. It looks material because you see it material. For pure devotee, this is a spiritual word only. Every moment he sees Vishram Purna Sukhayate. He feels Vaikuntha everywhere. He sees everything is in control of Krishna. He sees the matter is only changing, but the soul is same. He sees that. So for him, there is no difference between spiritual world and the material world. He is happy everywhere. So there is no anxiety for him. Anxiety comes when you understand what is the shloka? Bhayam duti anuveshita ashat ishat apatyasya viparyaha smritihi. Okay. Bhayam, the fear starts when your meditation moves away from Krishna. When you think of something other than Krishna, then fearful material existence is going to start. And then the mind becomes disturbed, distracted. Dhyayate vishayapumsa sangateshu vijayate sangha sanjayate kama krodha vijayate. So the moment I do not think about Krishna like Ajamila, he thought about, he was what you call in spaces, spaced out, that's the term we use. And then the Maya caught him. So Maya will catch you when your mind is not engaged in Krishna. Therefore, to protect us, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manamana, always think about me. Then you are protected. The moment you think, what happens? What did Ajamila thought? Nothing will happen to me. Thoda, it's all okay. I can just see what's happening. So when you think that the moment you're not thinking about Krishna, the moment you have forgotten Krishna, now the dangerous situation is sitting. You don't know what is going to happen to you. You're playing. They say, where the devils go where the angels dread. What is the exact line in English? It's a famous saying. So, मरते समय चीटी के पर निकल आते हैं, ठीक है, वो तो हिंदी का saying है. तो हम लोग अरे कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो कुछ भी सुन सकता हूँ, I can put my mind anywhere. That is where the problem begins. You think nothing will happen to me. Maya needs half a second to destroy you. A half a second of Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy, Lavamatar Sadhu Sangha, Sarva. It's the momentary association with the pure devotee can lift us up. And similarly, momentary association with Maya can also take you down. You can go up and down. And for us, it is like a snake and ladder. You're climbing, going down, climbing, going down, climbing, going down. Now there is a Bhagavatam, there is a, today we will take a determination, all of us, that we will not waste our time. We will keep chanting Hare Krishna, we will keep hearing Bhagavad Gita, because there is a famous shloka in the Bhagavatam for that. It says a person who is continuously hearing the message of the Lord, the sun, even though climbs and comes down, will not be able to take his life, any movement from him. Because he is not going to die, his Prabhupada says he is going to live. It's a famous verse in the Bhagavatam. So, the time element doesn't touch you now. You come on eternity platform when you hear Bhagavatam. You are meditating on a world which is free from any disharmony. There is only nectar. You are hearing the glories of the Lord which are full of nectar. Imagine Srila Prabhupada, the war is happening and he is not bothered. He is not saying, I want to know latest what is happening in the war. Otherwise, he'll feel that newspaper is also important. He says, no. Even in that situation, almost he's the mad person in this world, is trying to print the message of Krishna consciousness and he's thanking the government. And that time, he didn't even have a book. He's printing his magazines and thanking to the British government to give me paper to print the magazine. And he's printing his... He knows it is total waste of time, what is happening. In fact, the trees are cut and we print so many nonsense books and magazines, a total waste. So many people now very excited, I have written a book, I have written a book. You cannot write anything unless you are empowered, unless you are writing Krishna consciousness. But people are writing so many unwanted books today in the society, all speculation. So we need to therefore focus ourselves that I want to hear Krishna consciousness and this will give me nectar and this will save me. The time I do not know, it's not that Ajamila knew that now my death is going to come. He never knew. Bhojayam palayam mudho. He was like a fool, busy in material affairs. Now Veda agatam gata. He did not know that death is coming to him. So we are also in that way a kind of a fool and we are lost in our material activities. We do not know death is coming. Okay? So that is the very nature of this Maya. Just like Srila Prabhupada said, somebody was hearing a transistor in Vrindavan. Just take, I do not know that time this cricket match was there, just take, people are hearing the cricket commentary sitting in Vrindavan. How much unfortunate it is. So similarly, Maya is ready to make ass of you wherever you are. So be careful, attentively hear the holy name. Therefore, see something what happened, when it becomes something becomes an addiction, or something is just curiosity. Because something we have to know what's happening in this world. We have to know something of everything and everything of something. Okay, but then, the everything of something should not consume the whole day. Something of everything should not consume the whole day. So therefore sadhana has been given. Okay? Therefore sadhana is given wherein we, Srila Prabhupada is also preaching. Okay? It's not that he doesn't want to know. Srila Prabhupada used to, the morning time, he used to call one disciple, can you tell the news? What's the news? He'll read some headlines. Okay, go. That's it. Just 2-3 minutes, it's all over. That's how we should be protecting our time. Because time is limited and more we advance spiritually, more good we can do in this world. If I don't advance spiritually, what can I do? Because the more I'm advanced spiritually, more I can create Vaikuntha when I do Kirtana, more I can create Vaikuntha when I'm reading the Shastra. The more I'm advanced, it's all gradation. Pure devotee, when Prabhupada was chanting in the park in America, he actually created Vaikuntha. He had no anxiety, he's happily chanting. And people are hearing. They are also enjoying the Vaikuntha atmosphere just by hearing. So similarly, we can also do that, but depends. Krishna Shakti Vinanahe Parivartana. Our the words, just like Srila Prabhupada prays in the cargo ship, Krishna makes my word powerful, means make them nectar. It enters the heart of anybody who says, yes, I want to follow that. So therefore, we want to preach. But Krishna Shakti, without Krishna Shakti, we will not be able to convince people. Actually, when the words coming from the mouth of a pure devotee are nectar, and it's completely in Yogamaya, and the words of that, when they fall in somebody's heart, we see there is a change of heart. Okay, so we cannot just artificially just think I am speaking the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, but then people are not ready to follow me because I am not myself convinced. I'm just speaking. So we need to change. We need to become serious. We need to not waste time and look out the traps of Maya. These are all traps of Maya. It tries to distract you away from the lotus feet of Krishna. So I told you the famous example that Ravana brought the head of Rama to scare Mother Sita because she is constantly chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Hey, your Ram is dead. Now you embrace me. That's how Maya is trying. You know, this all for so much anxiety they will create. Now the world has finished, that you start hearing. I told you the other example of the train when newspaper wala came and he said that, you know, the Prime Minister is dead, Prime Minister is dead. So we all bought the newspaper. I told you this example many times. And why? He creates an anxiety and sensation as if the world is finished without that. Don't worry. Krishna is in control, the demons are not in control. We can pray to the Lord, there is nothing wrong. My Lord, please take care. My Lord, I'm not happy to see so many people are dying in the war. Can you do something? That you can pray. You can always be, devotee is always a well-wisher. Not that it doesn't care when he sees suffering. We see somebody lying on the road, he has food, he is starving. Paradukha dukhi, devotee feels pain when he sees people are suffering, he does feel pain. But he knows, what can I do? I am a jiva. It's Vishnu who can do something. He prays to the Lord, Lord, do something. I don't like to see the people suffering in this world. Like Vasudeva Datta, he says, my dear Lord, people are there in the material world, but they are suffering and suffering. I can't see that. Can you take all of them back to Godhead? Can you take them back to Godhead? I am ready to suffer for them. If it is because of the sinful activity, they are not able to suffer. And what happened to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? His eyes were full of tears just hearing that. My God, what is this sweet devotee? So why don't you don't want to become like Vasudeva? Why not all the people take to... We are not convinced that only shortage in this world is Krishna consciousness. And among all the means of devotional service, Shamadam is the highest. Nama is the bhakti. So if I can chant with my rounds very nicely, if I can read Bhagavatam very nicely, that will elevate me in Krishna consciousness, and automatically somebody is doing good Shavana becomes very enthusiastic for service also. He likes to do a lot of service, his day is full of activities, he is in ecstasy, he is in bliss, okay? But Maya has a trap. Like the trap, there was one devotee who was with Krishna, with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kala Krishna Dasa. Even though he was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he got distracted. So why this? Like Ajamila, what is that? Oh, interesting, gypsy woman, beautiful. And they're inviting me, I run away. He's sitting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and an opportunity to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, abandons that and runs away. That's it happened. So that is an example for us to see that the Maya is just waiting to test us. Okay? You say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Maya will test you. You say, I want to chant my 16 round, Maya will test you, will not allow you. It doesn't take much time. If you sit down attentively chant 2 hours, it is finished, the japa. But if people can hold beat for whole day, it's Maya test us, will not allow you to do. Okay? So in this atmosphere, in Kali Yuga particularly, which is so much anxiety, so much disturbance, so much polarization, so in that atmosphere to keep mind peaceful and chant and enjoy Krishna consciousness is not easy. But we should be working in that direction. Okay? And then not only you create Vaikuntha atmosphere, your heart is also full of Vaikuntha. See, how can somebody chants the Hare Krishna mantra and create a Vaikuntha atmosphere and his heart is not in Vaikuntha atmosphere? It's not possible. Heart will also be in Vaikuntha. Then you can create inside out. If your mind is full of kama, krodha, all this thing, that's what will come out. Chitta prajna se ka bhasha. What he'll be speaking, I'll finish him up. वो बहुत सोचता है अपने आप को, क्या बोले इसके लिए, what kind of mind it is. But if the heart is full of Krishna consciousness, what is going to speak? He's going to speak only nectar. Only nectar will come from the mouth, and we can get a drop of that, our life becomes successful. Hare Krishna, anybody wants to add something? Why do you feel the word is absorbed in Gramakatha?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, you quoted the example of Ravana, that when Ravana brought the head of Lord Rama before Mata Sita, but she did not experience any anxiety at that time because she was sure that Lord Rama cannot get killed so easily. But at the same instance, if you give another example during the Mahabharata war, when Krishna played some trick and said that Aswasthama is killed, when Dronacharya heard this, I think he immediately took the samadhi because he experienced the anxiety.
Yeah. Anxiety, got anxiety. Yes,
Yes.
good
So
example,
he
counter
he
example.
took the samadhi, and indirectly that becoming easier during the war that he killed himself.
Yeah. Killed himself. Very good, very good, very good. Yes. In fact, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when we have Raghunath Das Goswami asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, give me some instruction. So Saru Damodar, he could not even feel I'm qualified to directly ask the question. He asked through Sarup Damodar, can you ask this question? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Gram Katha na shunibe. Don't hear Grama Katha. Na bolibe. Don't speak also. And don't be so excited to hear beautiful clothes. You know? There's so many things are there. Grama Katha. What is the pura shlok kya? Grama Katha. Then, na koi bhi. Then, uske baad, do line aur hai. Not be too excited of hearing eating very nice item. And excited about dressing very nicely. Yes. Yes, Krishna Shetty, you want to add something?
No, Prabhuji, a question actually. Shall I ask? It's a question, Prabhuji. No, I have nothing to add. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, what is the question?
Yeah. So basically, Prabhuji, like you talked about wet wood, dry wood analogy. So, my question is, for us actually, what are the external factors and internal other factors affect actually? Basically, for example, if I am not slept for 2 days, or if I am bodily sick, then it is a bit more difficult to follow Krishna consciousness. Like at that time, Maya is more stronger, and sometimes like morning time it is easier, but evening time the Maya is more stronger.
Okay.
So my question is, what are the other factors affect? Like maybe the planet position, the time of the day that affect, and also like body chemicals, all those things affect us. Like
Okay. So definitely, therefore, the sadhana is in placed in the early morning because that's auspicious time, Brahma Muhurta. As far as possible, keep things practically because we are conditioned now. See, suppose your day is organized. Now suppose you are running to your office. Now how can you remember God at that time? We are not so advanced. So keep it organized. So you can keep chanting Hare Krishna. Otherwise all the time, Ayani Aya, I remember when I used to travel to take class in colleges and I'm on the way chanting, but all the time I'm seeing which stop now when I'm late. I know I'm late by 10 minutes and a teacher is late in the class by 1 minute. That is intolerable. Students are late for 10 minutes, that chalta hai. In 1 minute, they'll bring the whole building down. They'll destroy the whole college, Everybody will come to know you are late by 1 minute. So much noise they'll make. And they will be so restless. And they will come 10 minutes late, that's okay. That's okay. Sir, I'm sorry, I'm a little late. But teacher come 1 minute late. So I used to be in so much anxiety, I'm getting late. And where I can think about Krishna. So if you can organize yourself and so to remove anxiety, you should not become crisis manager. Then it will be easy for you to remember Krishna. You take good rest Sleep early, sleep by 8 o'clock, maximum 9 o'clock, super maximum 10 o'clock. If you sleep early, then you're fresh in the morning. You can peacefully chant your rounds. Okay, makes sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. My question is whether planet position, moon position does affect
Yeah,
our
that's what
ability to.
as far as possible, keep things auspicious. Okay? As far as possible. Okay? Too much we don't bother about because we are doing Krishna Bhakti. So Krishna is extremely powerful. Prabhupada said Krishna can kick 1 million Rahus at one time. Therefore, Krishna did not bother about Vastu, all these timings. He did not bother about all that. Muhurtas, because he knows what he's doing. True, we have become weaker now, so we bother a lot about everything. But Prabhupada did not bother. In his whole letters, lectures, Prabhupada has not once spoken about Vastu. Not once. Didn't speak. It's not very important for him, so he didn't speak. So many things which he bothers so much, Prabhupada did not bother. Okay. Hare Krishna,
Thank you
Shalini
very
Singh,
Hare
you wanted to add something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, I just want to add one thing, that nowadays we are raising our children in anxiety. It starts right from the childhood. से मेरे बच्चे को कम मार्क्स क्यों आया, उसके बच्चे को ज्यादा नंबर क्यों आया, तो ये पेरेंट्स आर सो एंग्शियस, और ये कंपटीशन होते होते फिर फाइनली बच्चों में इतनी एंजाइटी होती है फॉर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग कि भाई उसकी हैंडराइटिंग मेरे से ज्यादा अच्छी क्यों है, एंड ऐसा होते होते वो डिप्रेशन और टीन एज में सो मच ऑफ टेंशन इज देयर दैट्स दे स्टार्ट कमिटिंग सुसाइड आल्सो. एंड सेकंड थिंग इज प्रभु, फॉल्ट फाइंडिंग इन अदर्स. मतलब अगर बच्चे को कम नंबर आया है तो पेरेंट्स आजकल क्या करते हैं, वो टीचर्स को ब्लेम करते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ सीइंग वेयर माय चाइल्ड इज लैकिंग. मतलब हर बच्चे का जो जन्म होता है.
Understood, Mother. Now I understood the question. See, the whole point is this, that we have disorganized the society in such a way that very employment has become a anxiety. Previously, in fact, the world will come to that. The world will come to that one day. Because anything artificial will not last. How many years? 300, 400 years, the so-called industrial revolution. This will all be wiped out very soon. You'll be back to the farm with the cows. And in that, if you have an agrarian society, Krishi Goraksha Vanijya, the businessmen today are making industries. This is not there in the design of the Lord. You are doing something stupid. And because of that purpose, all these industries are created hells on earth. There is so much pain unnecessarily. Okay, so what we can do today, we cannot, in the long term, people will come to a situation where there will be no anxiety, where people are doing their profession. Profession will not be an anxiety because everybody has employment. That's the first responsibility of the government. Nobody should be sitting without employment. That's the first responsibility. Now they say we will do automation, but you're killing some people, no? Without job, what will you do? A tractor does work of 25 labor, then what will the 24 people do? They have no employment, so we cannot do that. We have to, very, very important thing is the people are engaged and employed, and it should not be an anxiety to get an employment. If there is no anxiety to get employment, this competitive spirit, it's a disorganized. See, food anxiety is not there in animals, in birds, in fishes, only human being. The needs of the society are eating, sleeping, mating and defending. The animals are solving these anxieties very easily. And for us it has become so much anxiety. It's very good. Sada samadvigna. So there is one more reason why people are not hearing Krishna Katha. Many times they happen, the children, they grow better, you stop all this. Now you focus about your career. Because of the Ugra Karma civilization, there is so much anxiety which is created. But even in this field of anxiety, try to understand, nothing happens by anxiety. In Rajaguna, too much anxiety is created. Sataguna, and always a sattvic person, just like one student is studying a Sataguna, it's my duty, I should study. Papi pet ka saval hai, I have to learn something. Even though it's not Vidya, it is Avidya, I need to know some Avidya to live my livelihood. He is convinced of that. He is a very practical person. He knows Vidya is Krishna consciousness, but some avidya I have to know, just like I have to know how to drive. Some avidya, I have to know how to cook. I have to know these things. Otherwise, it's not practical. So certain vidya and certain avidya, both things are part of life, but he doesn't unnecessarily get anxious. A Satoguna person doesn't have these kind of, he doesn't have the competitive spirit. He just does it because it is his duty. In Rajaguna, he studies because of the competitive spirit, and he feels that if I don't get, if he gets this kind of, he gets envious of the person who gets, that is Rajaguna.
Yes,
Tamoguna is not bothered about it, anything, he just sleeps. So for Tamasic person to awaken, it is good to build little anxiety in life. That's why when a child is not studying, the parents say, beta kya hoga tumhara, kaun khalayega tumko. So you are giving him some anxiety. It is good. Tamasic person, lato ke bhut baaton se nahi mante. So there's little anxiety needed. But Sattvic person is actually, but at the same time, even among devotees, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada saw, because we are Vaishnavas, but not that we are free from Rajaguna, Tamoguna. So when he saw devotees, they become lazy and they are sleeping, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada used to go to that matha, Gaudiya Math, and take some big land on purchase, on a loan, and tell them now work. So they have to then now work running around, because Tamoguda is more dangerous than Rajaguda. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, somewhat solves Shalini Mataji. We are close to time now, so we have.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Dandavat
Prabhuji. Hare
pranam.
Krishna. Pranam, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
darshan.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sagat
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Prabhuji, koti koti
Hare
pranam.
Thank you Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna
Hare
Krishna.